Coolie novel by Mulk. This novel is published in 1936, setting colonial India, early 20th century. Main theme: exploitation of the poor under colonialism, caste, and industrial capitalism. Main character of this novel: Munnu, a 14-year-old poor orphan boy from a small village in Kangra Hills, now Himachal Pradesh. He is innocent, hopeful, and hardworking. He represents the common Indian poor man suffering under social injustice. Part 1: Munnu's Village and First Job. Chapter 1 to 4: Life in the Village. Munnu, a 14-year-old boy, is orphaned and lives with his uncle and aunt in a village in Kangra Hills, Himachal. They are poor and treat Munnu like a burden. His uncle sends him to the town of Shamnagar to work as a servant in the house of Babbu Nathuram, a bank clerk. Next chapter 5 to 6. Life in Shamnagar. Munnu becomes a houseboy doing all household chores. He is mistreated by Bibi Uttram, Babbu's wife, and constantly scolded him. One day he is beaten and runs away in fear. Part 2: In the Factory. Doltpur. Chapter 7 to 12. Work in the pickle factory. Munnu boards a train and ends up in Doltpur. He meets Pravadiyal, a kind man who owns a pickle factory and gives Munnu a job. Munnu is happy at first, but the working conditions are harsh and dirty. Over time, Prava loses control of the business due to debt, and a cruel partner, Ganpat, takes over. Chapter 13 to 14. Escape again. Munnu sees violence and corruption in the business. One day, after an accident and beating from Ganpat, Munnu runs away again, wandering into the streets. Part 3: Industrial Labor. Bombay and Mumbai. Chapters 15 and 18. Journey to Bombay. Munnu joins a tanga, bullock cart, and later rides on a truck to Bombay. He meets Hari, a textile worker who helps him get a job at a cotton mill. Life in Bombay is extremely difficult. Long hours, poor housing, low wages. Chapters 19-21. Mill worker's life. Munnu works hard, but the industrial conditions are brutal. A workers' strike breaks out during a road. Munnu is hit by a car and injured. Part 4: Shimla and Tragic End. Chapters 22 to 24. New life in Shimla. The car belongs to Mrs. Mainwaring, a wealthy Anglo-Indian woman. So the car which hits Munnu, the car is belongs to Mrs. Mainwaring, a wealthy Anglo-Indian woman. She takes Munnu to Shimla. वो उसको अपने साथ शिमला ले जाती है. A British hill stations to work as her servant and rickshaw puller. Although treated better, Munnu is still a coolie, overworked and underfed. Chapters 25 to 27. Illness and death. Munnu develops tuberculosis due to exhaustion and poor health. Despite efforts to treat him, he becomes very weak. Munnu dies alone at a young age without family, recognition, or justice. Ending note: Munnu dies not from just illness but from a lifelong burden of exploitation. His dreams, energy, and life were consumed by society, which never gave him a chance to rise. Message of the novel: Poetry is systematic. Poverty is systematic, not personal failure. The poor are trapped in a cycle of labor and suffering. Society, both Indian and colonial, is cruel to the powerless. Munnu represents millions of voiceless workers, the invisible backbone of the nation. Now we will discuss the important themes of the novel. First, exploitation of the working class. The novel shows how the capitalist industrial system crushes the poor. Whether Munnu works in a rich man's home, pickle factory, hospital, or on the streets, he is always overworked, underpaid, and mistreated. This highlights the inhuman conditions that workers face in colonial and semi-feudal. Next theme, class and caste oppression. Munnu is not untouchable but still poor and powerless. He faces constant humiliation by the rich, Babbu Nathuram, factory owners, the white colonials, even other Indians who view him as inferior. Anand criticized both colonialism and the Indian social order. Loss of innocence and childhood. Munnu starts the novel with hope and excitement about life. Slowly, each experience destroys his dreams, breaks his body and spirit. His death at a young age is symbolic of how society kills the potential of the poor.